Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. Today I'm back with another tutorial on this look right here. I love how this turned out. I'm so happy with it. And if you want to see how I achieved it, then keep watching. First thing we're going to do is prime the skin and get it ready. So I'm going to be using the Too Faced Hangover Primer. It's my favorite. So I'm going to put this all over the face, and then we'll go in with more of a pore minimizing primer in the T-zone. And then going in with the Smashbox Photo Finish. This is the Pore Filling Primer. Going to use that for the sides of the nose, on the nose, kind of just basically the T-zone. That's where my pores are at its largest. So I'm just going to take that and press that in the skin. We are going to let that primer set into the skin before we go in with foundation. So let's focus on the eyes for now. I'm going to go in with my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. This is just what I use most times, if not every time, to prime the eyelid. Okay, now for eyeshadows, I am going to use two different brands today. One is from the Morphe and Kathleen Lights palette. I've used this a whole bunch of times. And the other is actually some Makeup Geek eyeshadows. So I'm going to go in with this ivory shade in the palette from Morphe. And I'm using a very large brush to basically just put that everywhere. You can use a face setting powder. You don't even have to use an eyeshadow. I just have this tone in the palette, so I'm going to utilize it. I'm going to grab my Makeup Geek eyeshadows here, this little mini palette I've made, and I'm going to grab Creme Brulee, which is this mid-tone camel shade, and I'm going to use that to start building up a transition shade. And I'm just really taking that from the inner corner to the outer corner and creating a full half moon shape. Always keeping that big fluffy brush beside me, and I'm going to just kind of blend all that together. If you start your transition off very well blended, everything else kind of just goes into place perfectly and you never have any issues. And start deepening things up. So back to Makeup Geek we go, to Cocoa Bear, which is more of a warmer brown, and I'm going to start to deepen out this outer corner here with more of a tapered fluffy brush. It's okay if this is a little messy. We are going to go in with another shadow here on this part of the lid. So it's more just getting that depth. And then just back with that fluffy brush here for the edges. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and use some brighter shades. And I'm actually using a combination to create my perfect shade here. I'm looking for more of a turquoise type of color here to use all over the lid. So I'm grabbing Makeup Geek's Poolside, and I'm also going to grab the green shade in the Morphe and Kathleen palette. So I'm just starting off with the Poolside blue shade, and I'm going to just pat that in. I'm going to bring it pretty much all the way to the center of the eye, keeping it below the crease though. It's okay if you go over that brown because we are going to take that back over once we get this color placed. We're starting to get some color here, so now I'm going to go in with that green shade. Put that right on top. And I am going to layer and keep layering until I get that desired tone that I'm looking for. This is what I like to do if I don't want to maybe go out and get a single eyeshadow in a particular color that I want to make a look around. Just kind of work with what I have in my collection. I am just going to go with my finger and tap a little bit more blue. So let's go back to Cocoa Bear, our brown, and start putting some color back in the outer corner here. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of black just on the outer corner, very slightly, just to deepen it up even more. Both palettes, I have two blacks here in front of me, so I'm just going to use the Corrupt shade from Makeup Geek. This is one of those looks that don't actually look so great until you're at the very end and you're finished up, so take your time with it. Don't get frustrated and think, oh gosh, this is looking horrible. Now I'm going to go in with this shade right here in the Morphe palette. It has some more pink in it, a little bit more mauve in it than Cocoa Bear. Now I'm going to go in with the shimmery ivory champagne shade for my inner corner. I'm going to take just a little bit of that on my finger and I'm going to pat that right in the center on top of the green and the brown, just to kind of get that little bit of extra shine in the center only. Now with an angled liner, I'm going to go in with Corrupt, the black, and I'm going to create a very thin line. I don't want to use a black liquid liner. I mean, you could, but I want this to be very soft. Kind of just blend in with the eyeshadows. So I'm creating like almost like a little flick. The eyes are coming together here. I am going to tightline as well. And to do that, I'm just sticking with a brown. So this is the NYX Tres Jolie in brown. And now I'm going to go in with the NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, definitely whatever. The thing just goes on forever. I'm going to use the shade, I forget, Golden Bronze, and I'm going to put this in my bottom waterline. It definitely deepens up the eyes and you get that darkness, but when you look at it, it's kind of like a copper shade, which I like a lot. I'm going to go ahead and curl those lashes here. And then I want the best out of my lashes, so I'm going to go with my IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. Let's focus on the base now. I'm going to go ahead and grab my IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Compact. I'm in the shade Light. Do whatever you want for this routine. The focus, obviously, for this tutorial is the eyes. So whatever you love for your base that makes you feel good, covers up whatever you need covered up. If you have beautiful skin and just want to use a BB cream, CC cream, do that. For my concealer today, I think I'm going to mix things up a little bit. I'm going in with L'Oreal Visibly Lift Concealer, and this is in the shade Fair. And I'm going to blend that in with a sponge. So I just got a whole bunch on the back of my hand. There's a lot that comes out. So I'm just going to take that and blend that under the eyes. I love this under the eyes, but I like a tad more coverage right here. I don't know why, but that always bothers me in that area. Just getting the Tarte Shape Tape right here. I'm just gonna get that little extra cover in that one section. It just bothers me, that part of my eyes, but I'm not gonna take it underneath the eyes, just kind of onto the side of the nose here. Blend whatever's left up, but I wanna keep my under eyes as hydrated as possible. We are gonna set with powder. I have to set or else this will all crease and be a mess, but we'll use a very light powder. Now to set the under eyes, I'm going in with the CoverGirl Advanced Radiance. I'm in the shade Creamy Natural 110. Tap off the excess. I'm going to look up and press that in the inner corners and take whatever's left under. To set the whole face, I'm actually using one that I haven't used in forever, and I have a little sample here. It's the BareMinerals Touch-Up Veil in Translucent. So I'm just going to dig my big fluffy brush in this tiny little pan and just set the face. Bronze up my face and add a little bit of definition, just bring some life back to it. I'm grabbing the e.l.f. This is Total Face Palette, and if I can get it open, I'm gonna go in with this light shade right here. It's kind of like a nice contour, very light. If you're more than, maybe you could probably get away with it with a medium skin tone. You'd have to build it up, but it is light. It's kind of what I like about it. I am going to go ahead, you know what, I'm just going to use the highlighter in this palette as well. This one right here. It reminds me a lot of the Essence Pure Nude highlighter in the sense that it's very much a glowy one, but you can build it up to be more of a BAM highlighter. So I'm just going to get my big fan brush. And now let's just go in, let's just keep using this palette. I'll go in with this Pinky Peach. It's a subtle blush. Again, this palette isn't going to be something that's for many skin tones. It's going to be more for the lighter skin tones. Fair, light, maybe medium. Okay, my brows are done, and if you're curious, I did go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in Blonde, and I used the Ulta Beauty Brow Tint in Medium. My favorite combination. Okay, now let's go ahead and put mascara on the lower lashes, and I think I'm going to put a little bit more on my top lashes to amp them up a little bit. I was going to go with falsies, but I don't know. I like sometimes how it looks with just natural lashes. Not everybody's gonna want to do false lashes. You could definitely do false lashes. I mean, go with it. But I think it looks nice with just a heavy coat of mascara too. For the lip, you can do so many different things. A glossy nude, a matte nude, a bolder color if you want to, but I don't know. I'm thinking this brownie mauve shade. I'm going to see if I like this. It's the Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid. This is in the shade Gray Envy, and I love this. This is the only one I have because I got rid of the other shade I had in this formula. That's pretty. Yeah, I think I like that color. It's different. It's different than doing a typical nude. So let's go ahead and set the face with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray. And that's the completed look. I love how this came out. I don't often use a lot of color on my eyes, and I think this is just a nice wearable way of utilizing some color, making sure to use a lot of neutrals, whether it's cooler tones or warmer tones. If you incorporate a lot of neutral tones in with your color, it becomes a little bit more wearable. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up if you liked this look. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're new today and you have not subscribed, you know where that button lives. And don't forget to hit that little bell. That will notify you when I upload my next video. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.